Deepest love and blessings from Yerushalayim Kodesh. My heartfelt prayers for each of you for the highest level of success. Moadim Simchat Chag Sameach. This time we're speaking not only from Yerushalayim, but from our home. I don't know if each of you can join us. I would love for you to join us. So you're welcome to join. We have a little celebration going on. We're in the middle of Chol HaMoed, Sukkot. I can't welcome you all the time to every part of Yerushalayim, but to our own home, I feel a little bit in order to welcome you. So please, if you like the video, if you don't like the video, you can come and tell me you don't like the video in person. If you do like it, just join. Just come outside to the sukkah. In any case, I just left the sukkah, and I'd like to go back in a few minutes. But I was asked to speak just a few words about the holiday of Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah. Anyone who's been in a traditional Shalom. One second. I'm speaking to you from our home in Malot Afna. I don't know if this is really our home, but this week the home is really outside over there in the sukkah. I just came in from the sukkah to just address a few words to our friends who are not yet with us physically in Yerushalayim, but I hope that we will be able to see you very, very, very soon. The invitation is very sincere, and I hope that you can join us for this Sukkot, for Shmini Atzeret, for Simchat Torah. With your permission, I'd like to discuss the idea of the circuit dancing, the circles around the Torah scroll that we observe on Shmini Atzeret, on Simchat Torah. And in fact, if you've ever been in any traditional synagogue, we not only circle around the Torah on Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah, but also on each of the days of Sukkot. And on the seventh day of Sukkot, we have 7 circuits. On Hoshana Rabbah, 7 times we go around. On Shmini Atzeret, Simchat Torah. Without getting to all the details, I feel that maybe the hakafot, as they're known, the hakif, to surround. 2 ideas that I'd like to share. Number 1 is that when you're circling around the center point, a focal point, it's that point which we're saying, that's the point that I want to set as the most important. And perhaps the Jewish people, especially on Sukkot, we're dancing around the Torah the whole week with our lulav and our etrog and our hadassim and our avot and on Hoshana Rabbah, and then on Shmini Atzeret, on Simchat Torah, to show that that's really where we want to be looking. That's really where we want to be focusing. The circle dance is the all equalizer. If you remember, the difference between a circle and a march is that in the march there's a certain order. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end, but not so in the circle. I remember I had the privilege once, more than once, before we were privileged to move to Eretz Yisrael. So there was an annual march. Now in a parade, each group is assigned a number. And there's number 1, there's number 10, there's number 15. I think last time I marched, I think it was number 354 or something. Hundreds. So you have 353 groups before you. But when you're dancing in a circle, who's the head of the circle? Point to the head of the circle. Come outside with me, we'll dance. Who's the head of the circle? Point to the person who's heading the circle. Everybody's equal in the circle. You have the great Torah sage, the saintly scholar, is dancing with a little boy. He's 4 years old, and they're all in the same circle holding hands. You have the people who are so devout, joining together on Simchat Torah, joining together on Hoshana Rabbah with everyone. But there's such great inner beauty, inner holiness in everyone, that at least once a year on Simchat Torah, we put everyone in the same category. And that's why in certain systems of Kabbalah, God is represented on some level with a circle. The Ein Sof, no beginning, no end, the endless, the eternal bond. And when we dance around, especially the seven dances of Simchat Torah, I believe that one of the things that we're trying to do, according to one tradition, it's to parallel the story in the 6th chapter of the book of Joshua. And they're trying to break down the barriers of Jericho. So they march around once every day. So that's what we do. On every day, so we march around once. And on the 7th day, they march around 7 times. And then the walls fall down. There are no more barriers. There are no walls. So I was studying this week in interpretation that maybe we want to break down all of the barriers between us and God. Maybe we want to break down all of the barriers between us and other people. So how do you do that? You just keep marching around and round and round and round, and then we're all together. Then we're all one. Then we hold hands and we celebrate. We celebrate forever. been at an Ashkenazic wedding, we love Sephardic weddings also. We love Yemenite weddings also. We also love Ashkenazic weddings. So if you've ever been in an Ashkenazic wedding, so they have this custom, unusual custom. Bride does a circle 7 times. Very similar to the Simchat Torah dance. What is that? And to some people who've never seen it, it seems so strange. What a strange ceremony at a canopy. Marches around 7 times. They play special music. What is it? So there are many interpretations. You know, the whole relationship between a chatan and a kala, the relationship between a groom and a bride, maybe also has something to do with a concept of a circle, of an eternity, of an Ein Sof. That's why in certain communities they're very insistent that the ring should be round. The round ring representing the circle, representing the endless connection, the endless love, and the endless relationship. That's why perhaps according to one interpretation, those people are familiar with the Gematria system, where each letter in Hebrew was also a number. The numerical value of the word tabat, the Hebrew word for ring, is almost identical. I think it's one off, but in Gematria it's considered equal. Tabat is the same numerical value as Kiddushin. And maybe there are barriers. Very often at the beginning of marriage, there are barriers between husbands and wives. Very often, they really cannot fully yet relate to each other. And what they're doing at the ceremony is what we're trying to do on Simchat Torah. Break down all those barriers. And now we're going to become one. So we hope that if everyone could just dance with us on Simchat Torah, as I say, I don't know when you'll be seeing this. I hope before Simchat Torah, but even if after Simchat Torah, it's surely before next Simchat Torah, before some Simchat Torah. Whatever it is, can we all just dance together? Could you imagine the beautiful, beautiful dance of the whole Am Yisrael holding hands and dancing with the great equalizer of the Hakafot, this Hoshana Rabbah, this Shmini Atzeret, this Simchat Torah. And when you're dancing on Simchat Torah, if you see someone on the side who looks a little shy, maybe walk over to them, pick up their hand, and bring them into the circle. You're going to be putting them on the level of the highest rabbis, of the leading and chief scholars of our nation, and they're going to join together in that same circle, and forever they're going to dance. So we hope that the dancing will just continue forever and ever, and I want to wish everyone the highest level of Chag Sameach. Thank you so much.